Another 125 roller coaster challenge tradition. We're back at Niagara. Hey everybody, it's Paul, 125 Roller Coaster Challenge, and it is our What's New video. And of course here we're going to be at Niagara Amusement Park over in Grand Island, New York, right by Niagara Falls, hence the clever name there. And today, this video, we're going to show you all the stuff that's new since the last time we were here, which was, I believe it was August was the last time we were here. So, you know, Serpent is now operational, Flying Witch, and of course there's going to be a lot of other things here, food, merchandise, everything that's new at this park we're going to show you in this video. So kick back and relax, and let's show you everything exciting about this park. All right, so when you're leaving the Midway, right here is Sea Dragon, and then right here, this is something that last year they were just starting to put together. This is called Flying Witch, and this is a classic dark ride that they actually got from Playland in Rye a few years ago. So what they did with this is amazing. First of all, the artwork on this is some of the best. I'm even going to put it above Dante's Dungeon, Dante's Inferno over at Maurice Pierce. They've got all the artwork is looking fantastic. And it's not just that, when you come over here, they got the outdoor sides working too. So right here you got the windmill going with all the demons on it. Right over here you've got Skeleton, and you got the Flying Witch, which is what it's named after here. Got Freddy Krueger there. But all this artwork is amazing. There's Freddy. Over here you got the monster, and look, his teeth are actually going back and forth. You got motion there. You got a Dracula, and then even over here you got a dragon with a monster going here. So they've taken amazing care of this. And then also right here they got the inside here. Here's the cars. And this is a typical one where it's pitch black and you got the loud noises and everything popping around. Right there's the front of the car and all that. So Flying Witch is in great shape. Now I can't do a POV. There's a car, there's the other car. So you can't do a POV because you know, the park doesn't want to allow that, which I understand, because the one thing about these dark rides, you want to make sure that the scares are the scares. You don't want people kind of knowing what's behind every door here. But let me just say, all the lights were flashing, all the monsters were moving. It was in great shape. So if you like the classic dark rides, and this is what's new, this is the big thing that's new this year. I cannot recommend Flying Witch more. Hats off to IB Parks. They got this thing looking great, and definitely better than some of the new attractions other parks have had this year. So definitely make sure you check it out. All right, so when you enter an amusement park, usually first thing you do, I go to the rides, but a lot of people need to get coffee. Now last year, this is where the candy shop was, but that's no longer here. This is basically where you can get fudge, espresso, and bubble teas and stuff. So mushroom coffee is here too, so that's something different. But let me walk you in here real quick here. So you can just see, if you come over here, you got some seating. And over here, basically, they got all the different bubble teas that you want there with the coffee. They got milk tea, refreshers, stuff like that. The one thing I did see is the Liege waffle, which a big deal over at Knoebels, and there is the waffles there. But here you can actually get all your different things you order. And of course, you've got my personal favorite, the fudge. Now here you got cookies and cream, maple walnut, peanut butter, chocolate, butter pecan, and birthday cake. So if you're looking for coffee, where you want to go, as soon as you come in here, go to Prominent Coffee. All right, so we're over here by the Tilt and Whirl, and right over here is the Caterpillar ride, which hopefully you get that going. But this is Splash World, Splash Water Park here. And just like with the Kiddie Land, I'm going to walk through it real quick here. So this is the way you access it. So in the past, first year I came here, the water park was open first. So you actually you parked on the other side and you came in here. But since then, they've actually, let me brighten this up a little bit. They now have the water park here. So this is not going to be rides. This is going to be the entire water park. Now I know there's a few little things here. I don't think there's any new attractions since our walkthrough last year. But what I am looking forward to is I know there's a couple new, I'm not going to say stores, but there was something that the manager mentioned to me here. So I'm going to pause it till I get to the water park, but that's how you enter. All right, so right here's the gate that gets you in. And this opens an hour after the park. So today it opened at 11, the park, and the water park opened at noon. So when you come in here, right here's the Dragster Drench, which I always thought was a great ride. And then right there is the kids water area. which I'm also a huge fan of. Let me make that right there. But there's Dragster's Drench. So that's going there. And then, of course, here's a lazy river, which I always love lazy rivers. Just did the water park Sahara Sam's over in New Jersey, and they had a nice lazy river, but theirs wasn't as lazy. Here you actually have a waterfall in the back there. But we're going to come back here. And I didn't bring a swimsuit today because I'm only here for a couple hours, but I tend to, water parks like this in Camden I really love because lines are never that huge. But so over here is the cool zone. So this was the store before. And I want to double check real quick here. Just want to show you the inside of the store. So here you get some merch. So they got two stores. They got the one in the park. And here they actually got a lot more different Niagara here because they have the Splash World shirts, different colors. Still got the Hawaiian shirts. So that might be a purchase sometime soon. But yeah, there's a new logo shirt there. And of course, here you've got the hats and all that kind of stuff there and the dresses. And they got the towels right there. So that's the store. Oh, actually right here, they actually have Splash World specific water bottles and stuff like that. So there's that. And then you come over here, you got the Splash World Cafe, which basically has your typical food and all that end. And then right there, that's Double Dare Falls, which is kind of like their big slide tower. And over here is more the kiddie area, the slide there. And then we head back this way. I'm going to head back here real quick here just to see if there's anything here. And they do have a shaved ice water stand back here, which is new. So let's show you that real quick. And over here's the lockers. But right over here, so this is Double Dare Falls. Which, like I said, it's a nice little tube ride. I love to see how that's going. And back here, you got Huka Luau Hawaiian Ice. So this is a local vendor right here. So you have the shaved ice back here. And let me show you that real quick here. And give you a perspective, right there's the parking lot and across there is the entrance to Niagara. So that gate right there was when we first came here. It was open because you came right into the water park. But let's go show you guys the Hukalau shaved ice. So over here you got one or two flavors that you can choose. And you've got one size. And you got blue raspberry, blue Hawaiian, which is vanilla coconut, coconut gummy bear, grape, guava, Hawaiian punch, lime, mango, orange dream, pineapple, pina colada, pink lemonade, strawberry, and vanilla. So you got those all here for $6. And it is brand new for this season here at the back of Splash World. All right, so when you come to the end of the park here, they had some attractions that they were getting going last year. So the last time we were here, the Ferris wheel was going, the Great Wheel. And over here, this is the Antique Cars, which is one of the better tracks that I always thought there. But the one thing over here that I used to see when I was dropping Ari off at Niagara University when she went there was the Serpent roller coaster. And last time I was here, this was not open. So the neat thing for me is I'm going to actually get a coaster credit today, guys. I'm going to jump on this thing. This would be my 393rd coaster credit. It's going to be Serpent, which I'm really looking forward to because you know, I always love these classic mice, and this one seems to be an extended version of it. So yeah, this is going to be my coaster credit here, and it's new because last time I was here it was ready to go, but they didn't have the inspections. But now they got the full inspections, so this is all ready to go. And yeah, I'm going to jump on it real quick here. So what's new? The park now has 2 grown-up coasters. All right, so we're back here at the back of the park, and right there is the entrance to Splash World. But right here, this is the new stand right here, right by the dive show where it used to be. And this is their Dippin Dots. They got other Dippin Dots in this place. There's one in Kittyland, but this is the newest stand they got here. And here they kind of got, yeah, the Sundays are at this one here. So for $8.50 you can get Sundays and stuff. But what I really like is they always have like their unique flavors. And there's Believe Ice, which is the new flavor here. And they also have the Holy Cow cookie right here. So all in all, this is a great little addition there. You really can't be in an amusement park without Dippin Dots, and they've got a few stands here. So it's right over here, right by the Ferris wheel and by the Tilton Whirl. All right, so we're over here in the Western World here, and over here, this is where the minerals used to be, but now it's Aberdeen Stables. But the reason why it's roped off is they actually have magic shows here a few times a day. So this has become a store right now, kind of a stage area, so which is kind of nice. They actually, you can tell right here, they have Friday Night Live too, so they also have music. Let me zoom in on that real quick here. So throughout the entire year, they actually got, looks like every Friday they got different bands here and stuff like that, but during the week they have a magic show here, so this is a stage area now, which is a great use. And then also, I was just told the store, 3:30 every day, they get an unexpected guest there from some of the bank robbers. So that is part of the new theming here too. So this western area here is definitely happening. And like I said, I like this, how they turned it into a, that's been here before, the gallows, but now you got a magic show and then you have live music every Friday night. All right, so last year when you were, if you watched this video, you would see that this Midway Mayhem was kind of in disarray, but you know what? They got this bad boy looking pretty here. So it's not ready to go yet, but this is a nice little centerpiece here. Now, what I heard, this came from Great America, and yeah, so it's not ready to go yet. Probably, knowing this place, probably the end of August, right before the end of the season here, but it's looking pretty nice. I like how everything is put together here. It's got a great little look to it. I like the fact that they actually are building a deck, because when I was here last year and they started putting things together, I was like, how are people going to get onto the ride? So they're actually putting the deck together right now. And that is a really nice, it's going to be a great addition to the park here. And I love its location right here, pretty much in the heart, right in front of the bumper cars, which are right here. And of course, Silver Comet, which is their marquee attraction. So coming soon. We're in the middle of July. It's not ready to go, but Midway Mayhem is coming along great. All right, so we're right in front of the Flying Witch, and right there, Silver Comet, and right here is a stand. Now, it's not open today, but I do understand it has been open a few times, and they call this Surfside. And why? Because this is, guys, there's actually alcohol here. You can actually get Coors for $6.99, Miller, Genesee, Ruby Red, Coolish, Modelo, Sam Adams. For those are $6.99, and then you can get Club Tails canned cocktails for $10. They got Bahama Mama, Surfside, which is tea lemonade and strawberry lemonade, and Dogfish Head blood orange and mango vodka crushes and stuff like that. So you actually have the option of when you're here, right there's Midway Mayhem. Sometimes during the season, there's going to be some alcohol right here for you to enjoy. All right, so we're back here in the Golden Nuggets right there, and right there's a great barbecue place here. Now, this used to be old-timey Western Photos, right? But they kind of changed it up here. And like I said, this is right in the heart here with the old hill and stuff. And now it is the general store. So right here, this is where they get all the updated merchandise here. You got all the different cups, you got the gum and stuff like that. And I like this location a little bit better because the other one is a little bit more crowded. This one, oh, that's a new merchandise right there with the Flying Witch. I like the Flying Witch merchandise, which is their dark ride, which of course is the newest thing that they have, that and Serpent. But this is where you can get all your merchandise now. And they kind of combined this with the old store because you got the games with Texas Hold'em. And over here you got shirts. Oh, check out that. That's pretty nice. I like the piano there. But right here you got the different ones here, not just a Phase, Grand Island, New York. There's a tie-dye Niagara shirt. I do like their logo from last year. That's pretty nice there. So they kind of combined a couple stores into this mega store here, but some of the nice merchandise that they have here. I've always liked the Niagara stuff here. And of course you can still buy the different dirts for the sifting and all that kind of stuff here. They have that all back here. So kids like the rocks, they got that. Over here is drink cups. And you got the t-shirts. I got that one right there already, the burgundy one there. And thank God for this. The other day I lost my Niagara hat at Dorney Park, and they've got one left. The blue guy right there, that was the one I had. They've got one left, so that will be a purchase today. And of course they got backpacks. And then they've got little sweatshirts, and they got full-grown sweatshirts. And over here, you actually have a different logo right there on that hat. So that's an older logo. They got the stickers and all that we do as giveaways and stuff. And even the train whistles. So pretty much the main store now is right in the Western section, right over here. And that's what it looks like. All right, so we're over here by Silver Comet and Midway Mayhem, which is there. But here is a new attraction that we did not actually have on our radar last year. So they are adding, like I said, they're adding stuff all the time. And this, I'm assuming, is going to be attraction currently closed. But this is, like I said, this is actually new. This is not around last year. It looks like it's a nice little octopus ride here, a classic flat ride here. And it looks like it's in amazing shape if you look at it. Look at that octopus with all the tentacles, and these all look like little fishes and stuff like that. So it looks like this is going to be going fairly soon. It's probably going to be faster than Midway Mayhem, but this is a nice little location too. There's nothing really here before, so it's got its own little location, and it's got its own pretty much whole setting here and stuff right in front of Silver Comet. So this is a great little photo piece, but can't wait for this thing to operate here. I believe it's called Octopus for obvious reasons. So we're about halfway done with this video, and if you like what you want, what you're seeing right here with our what's new at Niagara, definitely make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It's a simple click for you, but it means a lot to us. And definitely at the end of this video, we're going to tie in the entire Niagara playlist. So we've been coming here for 4 years. We've got so much stuff on this park that if you want to know what to eat and the whole 9 yards, what the games are, make sure you check out that playlist. And without further ado, let's get back to what's new. All right, so I always want to walk through Kittyland. Right here's the Dippin Dots. We got a different flavor here. There, the Believe Ice. So I like the fact that people get custom flavors, but we're gonna walk right through Kittyland here because they said there's really nothing new. However, it's always great to see how everything's coming together. So right there, that's the Iron Train. And here, I like this. They actually tell you these are all the rides that are currently open and stuff, and some are being rotated for staffing. But we're gonna walk through real quick here. Now, when we were here last year, when we did the walkthrough, the mini golf over here was kind of changed up here. But here is actually Foreverly, which is different melts and stuff like that. So they got smoothie melts right here for $5, and then you got them on a stick for $2 and stuff like that. Now this was pretty much how you got in there. Oh, they also have electrolyte pops, so there's $6 there too. So this is fairly new right here for Everly. This was basically the mini golf stand, and now it is a food stand. But the mini golf, they always work on that, and it's looking really good. What I always liked about mini golf is that it's actually included in the price. So instead of like Knoebels having to pay $5 and stuff like that, here you can just grab the balls and play a round or two. No cost there. The helicopters right here is looking really nice, nicely painted. Over here is the balloons, also very nicely painted. Everything's looking really bright and shiny here too. But yeah, the mini golf is neat, and actually they got a couple characters there. There's a looks like a squirrel kind of thing right there. So, but the mini golf goes way back, which is nice. Over that hill is still part of the mini golf course. And you come over here. This is their carousel type train there. Looks like they're testing it. I'm here on a Sunday morning. So everything opened up there, and what I was really happy to see was there was actually a line to get in, which really makes me feel good, because a lot of times when I come here, there's actually not big crowds, because they usually come on Tuesdays. So over there is the motorboats, and they're putting a little kid into the motorboats. And over here's the pony cars. Here's the pony cars and stuff like that. Now, when we were here last year, they actually had a kid coaster that they were kind of putting together here in one of our videos. Now it's a picnic area. The kid coaster, there's still plans for it, but nothing concrete yet. But so some of the stuff is new here, some of it is not, but I figured, I'm not going to do a full park walkthrough this year because we did one last year. These are still here. I love this. There's the fish, and right here is the lady in the house. Now, they did tell me that the pirate show is different this year, so and I'll show you where that is when we're done. But that's always been kind of a fun little thing here. We might be able to show a little bit, might not. I'm only here for a few hours, so. But over here is the airplanes, and then there's the cars. And over here they got the smaller train. So there is actually two trains. You got the Iron Horse, And these are from before the Three Little Pigs and all that. But yep, this train here, they're doing a little bit of work on it here, but so they technically do have two trains. This is Gran Rio. And over here, this is where the pirate show is. And something I actually kind of like what they do is they actually, so it's called Beach Barnacle, which I like that name. But over here, they actually have the scooter, what do they call it? Scooter pets kind of thing here, scooter pals. So you actually rent these out here. They have a QR code for that. But these, first time I saw these were at Darien Lake. But yep, kids can actually ride around these all day. So that's where that is. It's right in front of guest services. And like I said, right over here is the pirate show. And if we're around, we'll show you little segments of that. But there you go. That is pretty much Kittyland drop zone. And of course, the yellow brick road that takes you to Wishing Well. So, yep. So that was a quick little walk through Kittyland so you can see if anything was new. All right. So we're talking about what's new. Now, this section here really got expanded on last year. That's why we did the full walkthrough, because right over here by the Flying Witch, last year none of this stuff was really going. There's Midway Mayhem. But over here they got a lemonade stand. Right here, Bill's Lemonade. So you got that. And over here, this is the Great Fudini, the home of the pizza cone. So food-wise, this is something that's new for this year, is the pizza cone. And you know what? I'm probably going to try one today because it looks pretty neat here. So, but right here they got the it's called the Great Fudini at Boppers, and you got pizza by the slice. You can get the famous pizza cone right there for $7. You got the fried chicken patty sandwiches, stuff like that. You got buffalo chicken tater kegs, which are basically mozzarella sticks and all that. Meatball on a stick. There you go. Knobles. You're going to be battling with the sticks here. And then they actually have like a family pack deal, which I kind of like here. Cheesy garlic bread, cheese pizza, and all that kind of stuff there for $55. But this is what's new. Here's the Great Fudini with the pizza cone. So looking forward to it. It's right here in the heart of the extended Midway. All right, so we're back at the western section here, and these are kind of neat here. Old Boot Hill, for those who pass with their boots still on. So I actually have like a little graveyard here of a lot of different characters, I bet. Texas Red is right there, Marshall Dan, Sally Skull, and all that. I would walk over there, but don't want to disturb the dead there, right? But one of my favorite parts of this park has always been this quiet area back here. So this is the main show area. This is the western section and all that. But over here, they still got Eagles Landing. And I've always liked how kind of pretty this is here. A little bit more stagnant than usual, but I usually come a little bit earlier in the season. But, you know, eventually they're going to utilize this in some way because it's just a really nice area and stuff. So I like how they have the different reeds and all that kind of stuff there. But yeah, I mean, it keeps expanding, but there is a lot of, oh, frog just jumped. That's kind of neat. But they do have a lot of natural beauty with this park that I'm so glad that they kind of kept here. So, yep, just wanted to show you that area, and let's show you else what's new. All right, so here's the main entrance, and what's new this year is this was their general store where they had all the merchandise that we used to get and stuff like that. Now it's Main Street Sweets and Treats. So that door is locked, but if you come over this way, right through Western Town, you can actually walk in here. Right, there's Golden Nugget and all that stuff. When you come through here, this is general store, and now this general store is pretty much the sweet shop. So now instead of having all the different merchandise, it actually has a lot of different candies and all that stuff. Right there's the lollipops. Nice little gnome display there. Let me bring this up a little bit here so you can see it. There's some unicorns and all that. But so now instead of having all the merchandise there, this is all about squish stickers and stuff like that. But now it's all about the bulk candy wall and stuff. So you come over here, you can, for $5 a box, which is one of those, you can grab all the different treats you like. You've got Tootsie Roll Pops, different flavors. You've got Smarties and all that kind of stuff there. And then here you can actually get free freeze-dried bites and stuff like that. Colorful candies, popsicle bites and all that. And if you come over here, you got Pop Rocks and Nerds. Oh, those things got stuffed donuts. You got little Soakers, plushies here. And over here you got the powder puff powders and stuff like that. The Tongue Bomb Inferno. That sounds painful. But, yep, double bubble and all that. So, basically, the general store is now a candy shop. All right, so over here in the Midway here, we got two things. They got fried dough. So I know this has changed vendors a few times here. Now it's closed today here, but you got frozen lemonade, freezes, cotton candy, the whole 9 yards. But this is Midway Munchies. But the big thing is, since I've been coming here, this has been pretty much empty, this building here right by the games. But you know what? This is now the bar, people. So earlier in this video, I showed you this small bar over there that's open during the busy days. Well, guess what? This one's open every day. So here you got the different liquors and stuff. So you got Coors Banquet, Miller Lite, Genesee, Modelo, and Summer Ale. I love the prices. $6.99 is not bad. And then they got the cocktails. So over here's a better way to see it. But I like the cocktails they have here, and they're $9.99. So I might be partaking in one of those here. But pretty much right here in the Midway now, you've got yourself a full bar right here in this building, right when you enter the Midway. All right, something that else is new is you have a performer who goes around the entire park throughout the day. How you doing today, sir?
I am doing great. My name is Professor Wonder. I am the traveling little show. I do music time. I do fairy tale time. I do toddler time. We have just a fun time all around.
So if you're under 18, you got time?
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, under 18, he's got time for you. All right, so let me get the whole sign here. So there we go. And you have a stage show, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Right after the next shootout.
All right, great. So after the next shootout, you can check it out here. Thank you. All right, so what's new is definitely the Serpent, and I'll be honest with you, it was a lot more unexpected than I thought. This has 3 major helixes right here, and the cars are kind of nice there. Now, the one thing I found out is you need to have 4 riders, so you can have a party of 3, and then one of the ride tents will go on there with you if you need that. But this is not a ride that you can do solo or with 2 people. You need actually 4 people to ride this coaster. So I'm sure it has to do with the weight distribution and stuff like that, but this is a classic ride. But you know what? They did an amazing job with it. And actually, like I said, I went into it not expecting much, and I actually was pretty impressed with it and stuff. So what's new is not just a flying witch. Serpent is going, and look, there's 3 people right there. So they will be able to ride, which is what it's all about, right? So this was my 79th coaster of the year, but also my 393rd coaster cred. So what's new? Serpent is running. All right, as you watch the channel over the years, you know barbecue is my thing here, and they've got a couple new items here. So right over here, they have the Long Ranger menu here. They got my favorite thing right there, the pulled pork sundae I love. But they also got the treasure pot ATO, which is potatoes there. Over here with the sidekicks, they've got the taters, liquid taters, just a prairie and all that stuff. Whippersnappers are for the kids. And then over here you got the chow time. So the big things they got here is the Outlaw Frank Stillwell, which is a chicken patty. They got the Buffalo Bill Cody, and they got the Wyatt Earp, which is a slow roasted pulled barbecue there on a roll. So prices are always amazing here. I love it. So highly recommend the barbecue barn. And you know what? It's a great place to grab a bite to eat and watch the different shows here at the park. All right, so every year I want to show you guys the games because even if the games don't change, sometimes the prices do, and sometimes the prizes change here. So this is Derby winner. This is a carnival game, $5, 3 plays for 10. And here you got, basically you got the logo for IB Parks, and you race across there. Yabba dabba do. I still love the fact they still have that. This you basically roll the ball into the hole, and that basically you're racing your friends. When you come over this side over here, you've got the balloon toss. Now this is not darts. This is one where you throw the bean bags and you pop the balloon that way. Some places do have the darts, but here they still do not. Now the new prizes are they got the ice cream cones, but they still got the unicorn donuts. They've had those for a while. And then you also got the seagull up there. Next one here is Hot Shots. This is a typical basketball game. Get one in, you win, right? So you can win all these different games here. Basketballs, you got Superman and all those, the DCs. When you come over this way here, you got yourself the fish game. This one is $5, fried frogs. So you come over here, you got the frogs right here. All the different things. So when this thing's moving, you gotta basically put the hook in their mouth. And over here, this is the water guns. Water race, $5, $10. And here they've actually got, I don't know if these are actually Mario, but they're pretty close. They also got aliens here. But you got squirt guns, you shoot in the hole. and you're racing your friends, the typical carnival game here. Over here you got yourself the break-a-plate, and that one's pretty self-explanatory. You throw the ball and you go and you break the plate. Here you got Dippin Dots bears, so that's kind of new. There was trolls. And then last but not least, over here you've got Scatterball, one in to win. You come over here, basically you're aiming for the yellow and the red, and depending if you get those, you determine what you win here. Here you got pineapples, avocados, watermelons, and fun fruit there. So that is all the games that they have here right in the Midway. So when you're here, definitely check it out. All the different games you can win. $5, not a bad price. All right, so right there is the Silver Comet. We're already in the back here. And this is where the old dive show was. And this area is closed, but it seems to be a little bit of activity. I can speculate that this might be an area where they're either going to put a show or they might actually change it up and maybe utilize this area. And like I said, right there's the Silver Comet, right there's that Caterpillar Himalaya type ride. So all in all, like I said, it's roped off, but in the old days, this used to be a dive show. And who knows what's going to be here, because every time we come to Niagara, there seems to always be something new and exciting going on. All right, so the Tilt Wheel is going right now, but I actually missed something. So at this Dippin Dots, they actually do have a flavor basically celebrating the Flying Witch. I love the logo for the Flying Witch here. So they have the Witch's Brew, which is mint chocolate chip, featured at the Sunday shop, which is right here all the way in the back end of the park. But that is something that's new for this year. They've got the Flying Witch flavored Witch's Brew flavor at the Dippin Dots. All right, so guess which amusement park got their liquor license here? So now they actually have live shows over here at the Golden Nuggets with the slushies and stuff. But notice it says Moonshine because they had the Golden Nugget, which is a saloon, and now it fully is a saloon here because you got the doors. Got to do the doors. But over here they got a stage show in here. And I love this, I always love this part over here where they actually have the old poker table and stuff like that. But here they got the Swing and Saloon show times. 3 times a day they've got live shows. So there's a lot of new shows this year at the park. But also when you come over here, they've got a lot of different kind of drinks here. So we come over this way here. They've got Yeehaw Yummies, but they got a lot of different boozes, alcohol here. They got the canned cocktails. They got the Moonshine Slushies for $13 and regular drinks there too. So, and of course you got ice cream. So who doesn't like alcohol with their things? But I love the fact that this whole area is all shows now. It's not just the Wild West show. They've got swinging things here. And they also have the Friday Night Live, which earlier I showed you all that kind of stuff here. And they got the characters here on the wall there too. So all in all, a lot of shows here at Niagara. All right, so there's the end of Silver Comet. So we're back here at the back end of the park here, and they've been using a lot of these different areas here. So that's a stand that they can use in the future. Right there, that's the way you get into the Splash Water Park over there. But right here, this was another attraction that they've been working on. So I'm thinking it's going to be called Caterpillar, just because when you look at the cars, they kind of look like caterpillars. But this one's not operational yet, and kind of like what they were doing with the Flying Witch, this is a work in progress. But this is a typical Himalaya kind of ride. And like I said, they got some work to do on it here. But the one thing about the maintenance people here at Niagara, there's a lot of activity going on all the time. So I can see this probably operating by 2026 there. But there's always something new here. That's what I really like about this. I kind of feel like this is almost like Gene Staples' favorite park here, because it's been getting so many new things. And like I said, when I first came here, this whole area was not being utilized at all. And now they got a roller coaster back here, they got antique cars, and a Tilt Whirl and the whole 9 yards. So hopefully soon, I'm going to call it the Caterpillar just because it kind of looks like it on the side of the car. But yeah, hopefully that'll be opening soon. All right, so right here we are by Gunslinger, which is their scrambler. But what's different is this used to be more into the store area, the main area where the show is in Western World here, but they moved it over here by a snack bar. And this, of course, is the where you can sift for different gems and stuff like that. So I saw when I was walking through the store to show the new main store that they were still selling it. So I'm like, where did this end up? Well, they have it right up against here. And I've always liked these because you got the running water. And basically, if you're not familiar with it, you go into the general store, you can buy some sand, a bag of dirt basically, and you come over here. This is the water going through real quick. And come over here, you get one of these sifters. You sit there and then you sift through it, and you're going to get all the different gems that are in that container here. And right here, I like the fact that it's not called the Scrambler, even though it says Scrambler on there. It's actually called the Gunslinger. So that's something that's new, is it's still here. All right, so we're back here by the Serpent, and kind of like with a lot of the other what's new, we talked about a couple of the attractions that we think will be going soon. And coming over here, I found out last year that the Condor, they called it the Flying Falcon, from Hershey Park, ended up coming out this way. So last time I saw some of the parts, I want to give you a little bit of a update on that. So like I said, right there's the Serpent. Right over here, this is the Flying Falcon from Hershey Park. So looks like this is the area they're going to put it. It's a Huss right there, and there's the main attraction and stuff like that. But there's the pieces and stuff like that. It doesn't look like they got much progress there, but they've been working on the Flying Witch for a while. So, but I'm trying to show you everything that's new, and hopefully soon Hershey Park's Flying Falcon will be flying again. All right, so we're right in front of Beachcombers, right by the Lazy River, and that is our what's new here at Niagara Amusement Park and Splash World. So anything there catch your eye? I was really excited to see Kraken. I did not know Kraken was there, and also some of these other attractions. I knew Flying Witch was open, and I knew they were working on Midway Mayhem, but seeing them working on that Himalaya ride that I'm calling the Caterpillar, which is not the official name, people, that's encouraging there. Seeing all the different promotions, seeing people here, because I usually come during the week, and today I'm here on a Sunday, and it actually works out good because you got people in the water park, in the Lazy River and all that. So, and it's a hot one. It was supposed to be rainy, but it's actually a pretty hot one today. So, so what do you think of Niagara Amusement Park? Are you happy to see how the progress is going there? Definitely recommend this place at least a half day, full day, if you're over in the Niagara area. And like I said, all in all, I've been really happy with coming here every year and seeing all the new stuff and seeing how the upkeep is. The one thing I definitely saw is they got new things going here, but I don't see any rides down. Every attraction they have going is going, whether it's a kiddie ride or Flying Witch is going and all those. I love the fact that when you see a park that keeps their maintenance up and keeps all that stuff, and they're moving stuff. Like I said, the stores got moved, new merchandise every year. So all in all, loving what's going on with Niagara Amusement Park. But let us know in the comment section what you think about it. And can't wait to see you in the queue in 2025.